Hello, my name is Dillan Savage of Worth Law Office, and I practice primarily in the Oklahoma City, Oklahoma area. Today we're going to be talking about some of the requirements placed on individuals that are in the business of buying timber for the purpose of resale. So we are going to be looking at sawmills and just individuals operating those sawmills and any other person in the practice and field of buying timber for the purpose of resale. So we're going to be looking specifically at Title II, Section 16-65. This statute itself is named Evidence of Ownership to be Required by Timber Purchasers. So these individuals that would buy timber and are reselling that timber, again, are required to obtain evidence from the individuals selling them that timber in order to confirm that they actually have the ability and ownership to sell that timber. That evidence is going to be needed to be preserved for 3 years or longer. Your minimum is going to be 3 years of time. The evidence that you are required, there are 3 different ways to do this. Really, the preferred and most expanded upon is going to be the bill of sale. The bill of sale by the statute itself states that you are going to need it to include the name and address of the seller and purchaser, a legal description of the land from which the timber was harvested, a description of timber delivered, the date delivered, the printed name of the person delivering the timber, and finally the date and signature of the person delivering the timber with language declaring ownership of the timber or naming the person to whom the person delivering the timber is an agent. If you do not have that, but they can prove that they do in fact have some type of ownership of this timber, such as proof that it is timber from their property, that would also be applicable as evidence. And also they can provide you with a purchase agreement where it shows that they are actually entitled by the purchase agreement itself to sell that timber, that they are now the legal owners of that timber themselves. Again, you need to maintain this evidence for 3 years or longer. 3 years is going to be your minimum, and if you do not follow this statute, you can be found guilty of violating the requirements of the Oklahoma Department of Forestry, and you can be fined or potentially face some type of misdemeanor. So just make sure that you are in this business, you are following this statute, and you do not violate it. If you found this video to be helpful or you believe it could help someone else, please go to theoklahomacityattorney.com. My name is Dillan Savage, and thank you for watching.